Welcome back to my channel UK Knowledge Guru. Today we will discuss Statutory Sick Pay SSP complete guide for the employers. So what is the entitlement? The weekly rate for the Statutory Sick Pay is £109.40 for up to 28 weeks. It is paid or the day an employee normally works, called qualifying days, in the same way as wages, for example, on the normal payday, deducting tax and national insurance. So it's not something a one-off payment. You will pay them as a normal pay, and the government, like the HMRC, will calculate the tax and NI on it. Holidays or annual leave. Statutory sick pay as statutory annual leave is accrued while the employee is off work, sick, no matter how long they are off, and can be taken during sick leave. So holidays they can take during sick leave. This is the guidance for the employers for the employees. When to start paying SSP to your employees? SSP is paid when the employee is sick for at least 4 days in a row, including non-working days. So for example, if they are sick on Saturday, Friday for example, so Friday they were sick, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So at least 4 days in a row they need to be sick, then you pay SSP. You cannot count a day as a sick day if an employee has worked for a minute or before they go home sick. For example, they came on shift and someone vomit. That day won't count as a day sick. An employee works a shift that ends the day after it started and becomes during sick or during the shift after it has finished. The second day will count as a sick day. So that day won't count as a sick day. It will always be the second day will count as a first sick day. When to stop paying SSP? SSP stops when an employee comes back to work or no longer qualifies for it. So for example, they were qualified from the health center, gave them 7 days or 14 days, they were sick. The 15th day won't count as a SSP and they won't qualify for it. Or if they come back on the 3rd day, 5th day, whichever day they come back, that day it will stop. Eligibility and Form SSP 1. To qualify for statutory sick pay, employees must have an employment contract, have done some work under their contract, have been sick for 4 or more days in a row, including non-working days, known as period of incapacity for work, earn an average for at least £123 per week. If they have earned £100, then they are not entitled for SSP. So minimum for week, they must have earned £123. Give you notice and proof of illness when needed. Exceptions, let's discuss that in details. Employees do not qualify for SSP if they have received a maximum amount of SSP, 28 weeks. So maximum is 28 days. Are getting statutory maternity pay or maternity allowance. There are special rules for pregnant women, pregnant mothers who do not get these payments. Okay. There is a separate video on my channel, how to claim a statutory maternity leave and how to get statutory maternity pay. So you can watch that for the guidance. Are off work for pregnancy related illness. If they are sick due to pregnancy in the 4 weeks before the week, Sunday to Saturday, that their baby is due, they are not qualifying for that SSP. If they are ill in the 4 weeks before the week baby is due, were in custody on a strike on their first day of sickness, are working outside the EU, you are not liable for the national insurance contribution. If you are not paying NI, then you are not entitled for SSP. So if you are working outside the offshore or somewhere where you are not getting NI, for example in the European area, you don't get SSP. Received employment and support allowance within 12 weeks of starting or returning to work for you. If they're getting support allowance, so many times what happens, people are on benefit, they get the job, as soon as they start the job, they start claiming SSP because of the illness. They are not entitled for 4 weeks, like 12 weeks, so that's 4 months. Linked periods of sickness. So if your employee has a regular periods of sickness, they may count as linked To be linked, the period must last for 4 or more days each, be 8 weeks or less apart. Your employees is no longer eligible for SSP if they have a continuous series of linked period that last more than 3 years. So for 3 years, if someone was sick because of the knee pain, yeah, and they keep taking off because of the knee pain, keep taking off because of the knee pain, for 3 years maximum, continuous series of linked period that last more than 3 years. So after 3 years, they are not eligible for SSP for that purpose. If an employee is not eligible or their SSP ends, employees may be eligible for universal credit, but they need to go online for that. They need to get HMRC, submit documents online. Employment and support allowance, they can also claim that. That also done online. There is on the gov.uk website, you know how to do that. But if you need guidance, what is universal credit, how to apply, how to claim ESA, employment support allowance, there's a separate video on my channel which can guide you. They use form SSP1 to support their application. If your employee's SSP is ending, you must send them form SSP either within 7 days of their SSP ending. If it ends unexpectedly while they are sick, or on or before the beginning of the 23rd week if their SSP is expected to end before the sickness does. If your employee does not qualify for SSP, you must send them SSP Form 1 within 7 days of going off sick. If you don't send the form SSP 1 by email or by post, then you have to pay SSP. It's your fault. So as an employer, you have to make sure if they are not entitled, you need to send them that form. Fit notes, that's what you get from the health center, from the doctors. A fit note, sometimes called a sick note, must be issued by one of the following healthcare professionals: GP, registered nurse, occupational therapist, pharmacist, physiotherapist. These are the people can issue you that. Help with sick pay. If you are the employer and you're having some problem with the employees, or you are an employee and you're having problem, you can contact Statutory Payment Dispute Team. The phone number is 0300 0560 630. You can phone them and you can ask them how to claim and what is the rule, what happened with your, you can ask them the details, they can email it to you. If you have any question related to employment support allowance, universal credit, or sick pay, holiday entitlement regarding any benefits, feel free to contact me. We provide 100% free guidance on our channel. You can watch all the free guidance videos on our channel which provide you 100% free guidance. You can add us on WhatsApp, and you can also send us message on Facebook and Instagram.